Guess what, guys? Geno is back, but not in the way we expected. Geno somehow snuck his way onto the 7 by making up a fake-ass story about an alternate reality 7 group, and that he's the only one left, and he's LARPing as the visitor. The dude was lucky enough to take out Jones and somehow fool everyone into thinking he's still the visitor and he's not behind everything that's been going on in the past 2 or 3 seasons. I gotta say, Geno is the best strategizer on the island. I know the origin, known for being the strategizer in the 7, but man, kinda got it. I really thought Epic Games has forgotten about Geno, but apparently they haven't because they had their almost failed villain return and become an actually good character. I didn't really care for Geno before this introduction because I thought he was just a one-time villain that'll never return unless there's a certain Marvel collab, which the Marvel collab was canceled for another Marvel collab, which was way better than a Marvel collab Geno was in. A strong case can be made that Geno is one of the greatest villain in Fortnite because he isn't just a powerful enemy. He's the mastermind behind many of the story's biggest conflicts. Everybody used to hate Geno until this new cinematic, and a lot of people switched up, including me. I was one of the people that switched up. That I used to think he was an okay character. I wasn't really that interested in his character until this new cinematic dropped, and he is 10 times hotter than he's supposed to be. Geno founded the faction, the Imagined Order. The Imagined Order was a faction that's hundreds of thousands of years old, and they spent their time and effort controlling and manipulating the 0 Point and countless worlds. They also give people immortality, and if you go work for them, you get to be immortal, and you can do crimes for the IO without any punishment. As long as Geno or Sloan says it's okay, then it's okay. We also had Sloan, Jones, and Gunner working for Geno in the Imagined Order for thousands of years before the collapse. It took a couple of loopers and 7 dudes to collapse an almost perfect system. The fact that Geno is the Dark Voyagers master is kind of confusing. Why is a Last Reality guy in a Last Reality looking ship working for Geno? I thought Geno was working against the Last Reality, but maybe in the time he was missing. He struck a deal with the Nothing, and he became one of the Nothing's top generals, which would be cool to see, because after losing the Imagined Order, he had literally nothing, and the Last Reality approached him and was like, "You want to join us? We got cookies and cool spaceships." I mean, having 2 villains team up is one of the coolest things possible. We don't really see that a lot. 2 villains team up and become a really unstoppable force. They both know the hero in different perspectives, so them putting those perspectives together would be a bigger threat. When the villains unlock the power of friendship, they become such an unstoppable power. I hope they do explain why Geno is with the Last Reality, because that's kind of scratching my head right now. Maybe Geno encountered the captured members of the 7 in the Last Reality. Somehow, Epic made a really boring character into a very interesting and engaging villain. Like before, people only liked him because he was really hot and he was goon bait, but that was it. And that wasn't really interesting to me and some other folks. But now, since they're adding a lot more onto his character, I am interested now in the character Geno. He's hot, and he's lore interesting now, which he was kind of a background character that kind of helped out, but now he is much more fire to him. Plus the fact that he's trying to bond with one of his daughters that's alive. The Order is really jacked up. I wonder if he's really trying to bond with her, or he's just bonding for her just to get information out of her, and then he's gonna betray and kill her and pull an OMNI Man. I really hope he does have an OMNI Man arc, where he starts out as a really evil guy and bad father, but over the time he bonds the Order and becomes a better person and has to redeem himself to defeat the Last Reality. Geno isn't pure evil. He did start the Imagined Order with good intentions, but he did get corrupted and power-hungry along the way, which led to his demise. Epic has something great. They just need to lock in and do it. The Imagined Order, the 7, the Last Reality are one of the most engaging parts of Fortnite other than the collapse. Geno has a lot of potential to be a really good original character, and it looks like they want to do that, because imagine if we got a show about the original Fortnite lore. Seeing a show about all the 7's backstories would be so good. It would be like 7 or 8 episodes, and they could release it on their YouTube channel, so everyone could see it. Or an Imagined Order prequel about how Geno came to make the Imagined Order and what drove Geno to madness in the first place. I want to see if he was ever a good father at all. Just know that the daughters hate him, and he wants them to be his perfect beings. But were they always such a dysfunctional family? There is so much potential here, and I really do hope Epic Games sees it. Like Epic Games, I want to see the Imagined Order sisters and the Cube Kings backstories, please. Also, it would be a good one way to get people who don't know about the lore into the lore.